news and sport. Tune in to News Punch and Diamond 88.7 FM. News Punch, all about the news.
The time is 9 o'clock. Good morning and thank you for staying with us on Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. This is News Punch, a news and current affairs compilation of topical stories and headlines making the rounds. I am your host, Nedu Okorie. You're welcome. And in today's headlines, Fubara, 2 governors visited me for peace talks, says Wike. Nigeria to receive $3 billion telecoms infrastructure in June, says Minister. Nigerian government confirms full repayment of $3.4 billion COVID-19 IMF loan. This one says corruption. Ribadu calls for stronger institutions, attitudinal change to combat menace. Saraki heads 7-member PDP Reconciliation Committee. Hajj, 560 pilgrims airlifted from Ilorin Airport. As jet as temporary Air Force One. At least 17 killed in junta airstrike on school in Myanmar. India, Pakistan military to confer as ceasefire holds. And moving into the exciting world of sports, 2025 Under-20 AFCON, Nigeria beat Senegal to book semi-final spot. Carlo Ancelotti confirmed as Brazil's new head coach. Log on to any of Diamond FM online platforms on www.diamondfm.net. You can also keep up to date via all our social media pages. Do stay tuned.
The major talking point in Nigeria are always on the lips of the citizens.
What's going on in this country? Look at smaller countries taking lead and you call yourself giant of Africa. Yeah.
Nigeria don't spoil my business too much. Nigeria is too hard for us. I mean, I want to kill us. Father, not kill us for Nigeria. Oh, please, so help us beg them.
They should reduce their expenditure so that they can free enough money for social development.
Amplifying the voice of the people.
From the studios of Diamond 88.7 FM in Ilorin, this is the Diamond Breakfast Show.
All right, a very wonderful morning to you. Great news on Wike and the suspended governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara. Then from there, we'll look at the Niger Delta former militant Tom Polo. He goes by the real name, Government Ekpemupolo. He has been summoned by the EFCC for a viral video that was seen all online where he allegedly abused the Naira. Then from there, we'll look at other economic matters where the World Bank has admonished the federal government to look at various options to improve Nigeria's economy. These are our topics this morning. And before our guest steps into the studio, we'll be having these conversations, you and I, via WhatsApp, via voice calls. And also we are live on Facebook right now at Diamond 887 FM. All right, do note that every point and opinion aired on this platform are the opinion of our guest and also you, my listener. Quickly, let's move on to the first conversation we have this morning. Yes, former governor. Well, I won't refer him as the former governor. The suspended governor, Siminalayi Fubara, is still under suspension. He made a statement recently, and before that statement he made, let's.
This is an altar of God. I don't wish going back there. My spirit has left that place long ago. So all this, I want everybody to focus. Please, it's not everything you do. You think there's some fight you don't fight, there's some things you don't do, because you need to ask the person, does it want it? I have peace. If you have known me, you've been seeing me, you can say I look better now. In as much as we have things that we need to do for our state, we know people have made sacrifice for us, and we, one way or the other, have to stand by them. Does not mean that we should start firing without any targets. We need to be focused. I always tell
Siminalayi Fubara, the suspended governor of Rivers State, cautioning supporters not to truncate any effort that might undermine the peace he's trying to restore to the state. And the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike also confirmed that Fubara visited him alongside two governors of the APC to beg for reconciliation. Wike, however, said that Fubara does not have the capacity to make peace, while his supporters are doing otherwise. And this was exactly what Fubara cautioned his supporters against. And let's look at Wike's view concerning the party itself, that is his party, PDP. Recently, there have been different reactions and conversations surrounding Wike's membership in the PDP, whether he's still a member or he has one leg in and one leg out. He has also declared that the PDP has no problem as regards Rivers State, and he warned that the main problem in the PDP, in the national PDP, is selfish interests among members. And he said that this will actually destroy the PDP if care is not taken. And he mentioned that the party has no chance in winning 2027. But it seems as though the supporters who have been going on protest and making different calls to restore Fubara are not being seen that way. It seems as though the supporters are not satisfying Wike's, desire to make peace. Well, let's hear your reaction concerning these issues and this claim by these politicians. What are your thoughts on this issue? This move to reconcile and to make peace in Rivers State, do you think it's something that might happen very soon? And right now, what is the fate of Rivers State? The number to call is 091. The number to call is 09136556952. 09136556952. We already have a call this morning. Hello, good morning. All right, kindly call us back. 091365569.
They will realize that Wike, is claiming to be in PDP. He's working for APC. He has come out boldly to say he will vote for Tinubu. He has right. That's my problem with people. He has right to decide where he belongs to.
Okay.
But trying to destroy the other side, I don't think that is democracy.
Okay, you mean he's trying to destroy the PDP where he might leave?
Yes, that is it. He's trying to destroy the party. Move to where they will get their own business well.
All right.
Go and watch it.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Bamidelege, for your submission. Well, there are many people who, just like Mr. Bamidelege said, that Wike is making every effort to try to destabilize the PDP. But there are those who would say that what his assertions and his submissions are actually the obvious. They're out there. It is glaring for everyone to see. 09136556952. And also there are claims that the ruling party, the APC and the Tinubu's administration is trying to ensure that the party system in Nigeria becomes a one-party state. And
which is used to, which has people from opposing political parties. And to make
Hello. All right, kindly call us back 0913-655-6952. And if you're just joining us this morning, we're looking at the latest development concerning the crisis in, well, we won't say the crisis in River State, it's the crisis between Wike and Fubara. You're welcome to the program. All right, looking at this recent development, do you think that these players, these individuals are actually ready to restore peace in River State and to restore the executives that were suspended?
Well, I am happy that the development in River State is now at the peak, and the two actors involved are now ready to come back to peace.
Yeah.
How do I know this? If judging by the statement made by Fubara,
yeah,
you will notice that he was actually cautioning, the supporters to the extent of playing down on his interest on the seat by saying that do they think I want to go back there, that I have peace and all that. Walked out of the wife of the sole administrator during the program that was organized in the state. So Wike Fubara has his own supporters too, and they are bent on saying that if Fubara is not restored back as the governor of the state, nobody is coming in that they will support. So Fubara had to, work on them, to, lie low. That's an indication that the two parties involved, the two actors are now ready to go back to the round table and then give River State what they deserve. If Wike is not ready to finish the fight, he will not be pointing to those areas that peace will not be 100% to Fubara. That go and work on your supporters. If you say you are ready, are your supporters ready? Because you are saying one thing, the supporters are saying another thing. So until you work on your people and tell them that it's time for peace, that's when you are fully 100% ready for that peace talk.
All right.
And with that statement, it means the two parties are ready. To make something happen in the state.
Well, hopefully, we hope that soonest that either Fubara
If I have peace now that I'm not in position as governor, I have peace. So if you are saying that it's all do and die and I have to return to that place, then you are not helping this peace talk. The first interest should be the state, and then later my personal ambition. So he's playing down on that nature. Nobody can tell me that Fubara doesn't want to go back to all his affluence as the governor and then spend the rest of the years that of his tenure. If he's not going to do second term, he's going to finish this one.
All right. Finally, let's look at the state of PDP and the state of Wike's membership in the PDP. Some, these days is said to be one leg in, one leg out of the PDP. And his recent statement actually suggests that no opposition has the power to unseat the ruling party. And from what we've seen recently, the defections, the affirmations, recently it was the Anambra State governor who declared support and solidarity for the president. But looking at all this and the claims that Nigeria is becoming a one-party state, what are your assertions or premonitions concerning 2027?
Well, as much as I don't have any problem with a particular party on ground, looking or seeing somebody from other party capable of running one or two offices and then bringing them into governance. This is not the first time it's happening when a particular party will pick from the opposition party and say, okay, come and work with us. We know you have this party. We know you can do this.
Okay.
But Wike's case is somehow different. Wike has been playing anti-party activities from the first time that he was denied of the ticket of presidency. I used to tell people that from that time, if PDP is a serious party, they should have suspended him long time ago. Because a lot of people in PDP has been suspended that they didn't do half of what Wike has done. Wike said PDP cannot win. If you already play down on your party against the next election, it means you are not ready to work for it at all. Wike is doing great as far as PDP is concerned in Rivers State. But in Nigeria as a whole, I don't think he's working for the party. He's working directly against the party, especially against the personality of Atiku. And by now, I don't think he's a PDP person. Maybe he's an APDP, APDPC. Because Wike's activities is glaring that he wants to support Tinubu again in 2027. But you see, the role of opposition in democracy cannot be underestimated. Easily giving up. If they are not giving up, the evidence of people leaving their party to another party is just signifying that they identify problems in their party, they don't see it as resolvable, and the next thing is that they want to deflate to the other party. If you now make APC that powerful, well, the 36 governors are already members of that state. Do we need election 2027? We do not need election. It's just that we should not just, you guys should go over again, and that's not good for our democracy. I wish and I hope PDP will restructure itself. Recently, they've constituted
that Wike, long before now, he should have been sacked.
He should have been,
But his own assertion is that there are people in the party who are playing politics based on their personal interest and all the issues that resulted in the party's leadership during the 2023 election and all that led to
their failure now.
His not just their failure, his current agitation concerning the party, and he's saying it that stemming from that PDP cannot win. Now, let's look at the politics of personality-based opposition politics.
PDP. They were not prepared for governance. They didn't have the template of when we get to that power, what do we do? The focus was how do we get to that power. But luckily for APC, the first 8 years that I don't want to tag now during Buhari has gone, and somebody else is on ground now. My expectation is that they have the power now. The most important thing now is what do we do with the power that we have in our hands. And that's why I was expecting PDP to also go back and do the same thing. That's the way to play opposition.
Right.
Look at this government, find their loopholes, say it out, make people see them as serious, and then tell the people what you need to do differently when you get into power. That's the only way you can get something from somebody who is holding that mantle. Because during that PDP, somebody said everything APC accused PDP of during their time. We have witnessed it during
6864. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Nedu.
Hello, good morning.
This government from that journey.
You're welcome.
You see, I'm not interested in all this in the fight today. I know that one day the soul will be destroyed. No country is permanent. No condition is permanent in this life. Let them join hands together and fight insecurity. People are there every day. I used to say this thing. The difference for it. They said today, weekend, tomorrow, it will decay. Insecurity. People are dying.
All right.
Don't let us help them again.
All right.
To talk about insecurity, people are dying every day.
Thank you so much. In other words, we should focus on the matters that matter. All right. 09136556952. Keep your calls coming in. This message from JC Obasan from Offa says, good morning. As a matter of fact, PDP does not know what is about to befall them from the hypocritic members that belong to the other party indirectly. Okay. Once they spoil the party for PDP, they move to another party. All right. Thank you so much, JC Obasan. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Nedu.
Good morning.
Good morning, from Omaro.
You're welcome, Monday.
The issue of PDP and APC.
Yeah.
You see this country, the other people that are moving to APC, they are going because of their ethnic interest. It's not because of Nigeria at all.
Diamond 88.7 FM.
ẹ tẹ́tí sí ìkéde pàtàkì yìí èyí ni láti fi tó gbogbo ènìyàn létí pé àwọn akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ tí wọ́n mojú ìléjà nípa ètò ìtọ́jú ojú lájọ Benjamin Franklin Foundation ṣètò ìtọ́jú ojú fáwọn èèyàn léyìí tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nílùú Ìlọrin àti agbègbè rẹ̀. Láti jẹ àǹfààní ètò yìí ẹ ó gba káàdì ìforúkọsílẹ̀ pẹ̀lú náírà 500 náírà. Lẹ́yìn náà ni ẹ ó ní àǹfààní sí ìtọ́jú àìsàn ojú gbígba oògùn tè mọ́ àwọ̀ ojú tá a mọ̀ sí medicated glasses lówó tí oògùn ní lápá. Níbi tí ètò yìí ti ń wáyé ní Ọlálọ́mí Hospital tó wà ní agbègbè Stadium Road nílùú Ìlọrin. Aago 9 òwúrọ̀ sí 4 ìrọ̀lẹ́ lójoojúmọ́ ni ètò yìí fi ń wáyé o. Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ pè àjọ Benjamin Franklin Eye Foundation sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 08032622377. àjọ Benjamin Franklin Eye Foundation ní olùkéde.
Our God in the midst of us is mighty. It's time for Rehoboth Convention 2025 and Royal Covenant Assembly's 25th anniversary. Join us as Royal Covenant Assembly, Rehoboth Christian Ministry International, celebrate 25 glorious years of God's faithfulness with Rehoboth Convention 2025. Theme, I Am That I Am. Ministering, Pastor Michael Anuojo of CAC, Vineyard of Mercy, Lagos. Prophet Funsho Timothy Akonde from Orioke Baba Biye in Ede. Bishop Thomas Aremo of the Living Faith Church, Winners Chapel, Ibadan. Prophet Michael O. Adio of CAC Alabukun. Prophet Dr. Samuel Olukosi of CAC Achievers Land, Offa. Host, Pastor Dr. and Pastor Mrs. Theophilus Bola Baimo. Date, 12th to 18th May 2025. Time, 9 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. daily and 7:30 a.m. on Sunday. Venue, RCA Auditorium, opposite Mount Oli Thermal Center, Ilorin, Kwara State. See you there.
Kwara State Internal Revenue Service, KWIRS, notifies the general public of the commencement of registration for the 2025 Task Loss Quiz Competition for secondary schools in Kwara State. Interested secondary schools in the state, both public and private, are enjoined to visit KWIRS Task Club portal via www.taskclub.kwirs.site to complete the expression of interest form between 1st and 30th of May 2025. Registration shall be strictly online and shall not be extended. The competition timetable will be communicated to successful schools via email and SMS from 9th to 11th June 2025. Schools are to note that the round 1 and round 2 stages of the competition will hold online as computer-based tests, which shall be written by the students in the respective schools across the 3 senatorial districts of the state between 16th and 20th of June 2025. Details of semi-finals and the final stages shall be communicated in due course. For further inquiries, schools can send email to taskclub@kwirs.com or call 0700-6959-477. This message is from the Kwara State Internal Revenue Service, KWIRS. Play your part, pay your tax.
Introducing the new improved Bobo yogurt. Oh yes, Bobo, your child's special and favorite drink, now comes in a new improved better form with much more value. The Bobo yogurt. It is creamier, smoother, yummier and tastier. Also rich in probiotics and minerals and comes in a whole new 180 ml blue bottle. And of course, your Bobo milk drink continues to shine brighter in its apple, vanilla and orange flavors to make your
olùdíje ti ń lọ káàkiri polongo ìbò láàrin àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ ọjọ́ ti wá pé báyìí táwọn mẹ́ni tó gbangba sùn láyé ọjọ́ Thursday 15th of May 2025 láti máa tẹ̀ka pìràpìrà fún èyíkéyìí olùdíje wọn tó bá fẹ́ aago 9 àárọ̀ títí dago 12 ní accreditation àti manifesto níbi tí àwọn olùdíje yóò ti máa ṣàlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ àwọn ètò tí wọ́n ní fẹ́ gbẹ́ tó bá wá di aago kan ọ̀sán lẹ́tọ̀ ìdìbò yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní pẹrẹwu ẹ wá gbọ́ o 10 delegates èèyàn mẹ́wàá láti zone kankan yíká ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara ló lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti dìbò NUJ Press Center tó wà ní dojúkọ St Anthony Secondary School Ọ̀fà Road ibẹ̀ gangan níbi ètò ìdìbò ètò àbòsí ti wà lẹ̀ fún gbogbo ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ ó yá o ẹjẹ́ àjọ gbé ẹgbẹ́ ìgbéjà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara lárugẹ apẹ́kọ́ high standard àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ tó ń ṣètò ìdìbò electoral committee ló ní àmà kéde ẹ̀.
And his predecessor, Nyesom Wike, who is now the Minister of the FCT. All right, still taking your messages. This one is from Elder Yemi Ashajo. It says, the caution and peace initiative Fubara is pursuing is now belated. In the first place, this gridlock was unnecessary, but because he allowed himself to be misled, there are those whose loyalties are more questionable than what is perceived of Chief Wike. We have many of them who are PDP during the day and APC during the night. They are just like the biblical Nicodemus. Wike knows what he is doing and knows where he is going. Those who claim to be supporting Fubara now were the same people who were vehemently opposed to his emergence as the governor of Rivers State. He was only trying to be emotional about his going back to his office. Honey on the tongue, all right? Thank you so much, Elder Yemi Ashaju. Let's take a few calls before we continue to other topics. 0913-655-6952. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Bamidele.
You're welcome back.
Even without Wike's problem, it will be very difficult for any of the two parties to beat APC in 2027. Because they are not analyzing issues. They are not talking about the problems. Like me, as you have seen me, what is disturbing me now is the insecurity in the country. Have you ever heard an article or Obi talking about, they are talking about the coalition, how to take over government. How do you take over government when you have done it before? People said they change you, and see you are not talking about something you will do better. Atiku and Obi, they are not talking. There are no more parties, so no PDP, they no more parties. It's not Atiku and Obi. It has been personalized, and that's not helping the situation. It's not even helping the country, because what is called democracy is opposition. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bamdelege, for your submission. In other words, it's saying that we should move from people-based politics to issues-based politics. All right, our time is fast spent. Let's quickly move on to our second conversation. Let's take a look at the issue regarding, or the opinion of in Naira abuse during his 54th birthday celebration in April. And Nigerians have urged the EFCC to arrest Tom Polo like it did to other offenders. And some are saying they should dare arrest him, knowing the kind of person he is and the kind of power he controls in the waterside area of Nigeria. And they also referenced the issue where the son to the Nigerian billionaire, that's talking about Razak Okorie, his son Rahim, was seen in a viral video allegedly abusing the Naira. And according to the EFCC, he was invited. The invitation, according to reports, was not honored. Some individuals claim that it was honored, but it wasn't reported online. Now let's look at this issue, the call and all that.
Those people, they were jailed. This woman, what's the name?
Bobrisky. Yeah.
Was it only invitation that he was giving? The truth about it is, in Nigeria, is that our laws and application of justice is always being selective. Otherwise, there are videos of a lot of government officials, a lot of personalities in the country abusing Nairas and uninvited till tomorrow.
So you're saying justice is biased?
Oh my God. Yes, I have seen this social media thing so many times that I do questioning that why was this person not invited or arrested? There's a difference between invitation and arrested. I was surprised to hear that they had a meeting and organized a way within themselves of how people that want to spray them should go about the spraying. And in fact, they made it as a particular rules within themselves that any member that is flaunting that rule will tarnish the image of other members in Kwara State. So by the time everybody is going through the same prescribed way of getting money on the stage, then it will be a culture on the part of the musicians. I don't know whether the Fuji part or the Goman part are doing that, but I know of that Ajum in Kwara State. That they had a meeting and they prescribed the way, create a basket or a container where people can spray the money on. Not that they will spread it on the ground and people will start stepping on it. That is not even what is more annoying. Have you seen videos of money? You know, people. There's somebody they call money kinikon. The e-money, all those e-money and all those
gurus and
those gurus, they don't spray money, they don't spray. They are the one that are in the aim of abusing Naira.
You say they don't spray?
No. You see, yes,
the youths.
Yes. I now begin to wonder. When will I be like this? What can I do to be like this? I want to spray.
Making them do whatever
it is that people are spending money like you can't spend your salary like that. Can you? Can you spend your salary like that? They don't spray again. They spend money in bundles. Watch the social media. You see people gathering a lot of heaps of money. Sometimes it's not even naira. Sometimes the highest note that we have in the country, and they don't spend it by releasing one after the other. They just throw it bundle by bundle. That's another abuse. Emotional abuse, especially for those of us that work so hard to get our money. That's an emotional abuse, because by the time you spend money like that, I will not look less on myself that what will I do to meet up with this standard. That's why we have constant increase in crime among these youth people. So I think the EFCC should go to do more. If they want to do this fight, they should do it generally, not selective.
But the quantity
you spend is not regulated. That's what I'm saying.
Is actually everyone's right. Looking at these individuals you've mentioned E-Money, Obi Kubana, the rest. These are people who are into lifestyle, entertainment, and showbiz. And
then they must show that the abuse of the spending of the money.
Showbiz actually means the business of showing yourself.
And then
actually what it means.
And then the end product of that show to the youth. Ask a typical student now.
You're saying it matters more.
During our time, they will ask you, what do you want to become? You say lawyer, doctor. You say, some few people like us will say teacher.
Okay.
Now ask a young guy, what do you want to become? You say, I want to do Yahoo. Because he want to spend money like all those Cubana and all the rest. See, the damage is not physical, it's emotional. And if it gets to be psychological, we are going to be in real trouble.
All right, these are two issues you've mentioned, the psychological and emotional effect of spraying huge bundles of cash online, and also cautioning people, especially musicians and their associations, to create a way. I think the popular musician, a popular party Owambe musician who was seen online.
Now, was he arrested?
He said he was invited.
Invited or arrested?
And
you are using two different English. You are using two different English. Odogu, right? Invited or arrested.
Let's take reactions from our listeners at home regarding this issue. The number to call is 0913 655 6952. 0913 655 6952. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, please. Good morning.
I'm a delegate.
You're welcome.
Anybody who wants to see that EFCC are just trying to change the tax, it's like they choose to be inviting instead of arresting. And to me, that is not bad.
Okay.
They have invited Yabo Udo. They have invited this young about that. God bless you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Bamidele Ige, for your submission. This message is from Elder Yemi. He says, yesterday on this platform, I was bold to say that Tom Polo is one of the untouchables in Nigeria. He's a servant that is bigger than the master. His invitation to me is just a window dressing. Deal with him and see how his boys vandalize government assets.
That's it.
That is what they do in that part of the country to shield their acts of criminalities. Our punitive laws are for the poor and not for the rich or the powerful ones. Let's wait and see how this drama plays out. All right. Various reactions from various individuals. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, keep on trying. 0913 655 6952.
Somebody that spent almost 200 million on a particular show will be invited. Me that I spent 200,000 naira, that the money I collected from cooperative would not be arrested.
Hello. Good.
As far as I am concerned, there is no coalition anywhere. You see, the so-called coalition that is ongoing in Nigeria is primarily consists of individuals harboring personal grievances against the president rather than offering substantive alternatives to the nation's challenges. Just like my brother Bamidele said, you see, their focus is how to grab power. That is their popular way of saying it, to grab power, and not what they have to do for the country. Let us wait and see how it goes. But as far as I'm concerned, what Wike is saying, unless they take to this man is deeply rooted in politics and he knows what he's doing. He won them in 2023. They did not heed his warning, and he has started warning them again this time around. If they fail to heed to what he is saying, the coalition may not work or PDP may not work. For instance,
The World Bank, in its May 2025 Nigeria Development Update, has described Nigeria's 2025 budget key assumptions of attaining 2.1 million barrels per day oil production and $73 per barrel price as an ambitious move, given the current level of production of 1.6 million barrel and $60 per barrel. And the government, however, disagreed with these updates and said that the assumptions are actually based on the potentials that Nigeria currently has. And what World Bank is actually proposing is a strategy for Nigeria to have a public sector-led economy and a private sector-driven economy in order to achieve a 1 trillion naira or a $1 trillion economy by 2030. But looking at the present state of Nigeria's budget, it stands at a deficit of 3.8% right now. But looking at Nigeria's economy and attaining $1 trillion economy by 2030 and the current economic situation and the current inflation, is that possible?
Well, we didn't get to this point, overnight. It was as a result of accumulated Dosu and Nedu. I think they are running when they need to actually work.
Right now?
Right now.
Really?
That's what I think.
Okay.
That they are running, or it is the World Bank that want us to run when we actually need to work. Whatever the two indications is saying, we need a gradual process. That's why we can have sustainability of that development. If we get to that place and we get that result without coming through some sectors that needed to drive this development, we are still going to go back to the source at some point. We need some sectors to be established. Light, for example, security for example. That's what everybody is saying. You cannot develop their country, whatever trillion we have paid up the debt with IMF, we have done that. Are they now sustaining the economy? The answer is no. The proposed numbers of barrels that the CBN are doing, I don't know whether there will be a reason behind that. And I think it's good that the World Bank is pointing that aspect to the CBN governor and that of the Minister of Finance that, look, this is not realizable. And I think you should work on it. Pointing it out is a good thing for them. I think it's a way of them going back to the drawing board to see that these people have indicated this.
Yeah.
Anybody can make a mistake.
Right.
I think they should retract their attack.
Our time is fast spent. Thank you for commenting on that particular topic. In other words, I think both private and the government also should work hand in hand to fast track the policies of the government. Let me take this message and we'll round off on the program. This one says, good morning in the studio. No Nigerians cannot say, or Nigerians cannot say they don't know who Wike is, at least in the last six years, how powerful he is and what he can do. If he is not relevant, he would not be working with APC positively. He wanted justice and equity in the PDP. For the chairman of the party and the presidential candidate to come from the same geopolitical zone is not right. We all heard him loud and clear. I want to tell you that if Atiku Abubakar had abandoned his ambition or the party today, PDP will see the new light and APC will change most of their hard policies. And as long as there are approaches to accomplish such ambition, let us be positive. Nigeria will get there by His grace. On that note, this is where I'll be drawing the curtains on today's edition of Diamond Breakfast Show this wonderful morning. I really appreciate Dr. Adeseko for coming on the program.
Thank you so much. You seem to like that Adeseko.
Of course. It's easy to pronounce right now.
Right now. Unlike those days.
Unlike those days. All right, to our listeners at home and to everyone who commented and who contributed on the program, thank you so much. To my producer, Taiwa Adediran, thank you so much. The general manager, Chief Maho, God bless you, sir. And my studio engineers, thank you so much. The next program, Ebada Seat, comes up shortly. Have a